All right, everybody, welcome back to The Theory. Today we have an absolute banger for you. Your boy got the opportunity to watch Alien Strand's new documentary, The Middle. And this just came out. I believe you can order it on Alien Strand's website. But otherwise, they eventually plan to post this documentary on their YouTube channel, which I'll have the links for in this description. But I have to say the documentary was very, very well done. It's based on the Cascadia guides and Terry Lynch here in Oregon. So it revolves all around Oregon UFO sightings. It features people like Chris Hamill, an Australian ufologist and video forensics researcher for UFOs and UAPs, who does a lot of really cool work with these videos, homemade UFO videos, to analyze them and, show that they're legit. So really cool. It features Ken Wells, a historian, author on ancient rock art and native carvings and petroglyphs and stuff like that down in Arizona, New Mexico, and other places, which kind of revolves around what this documentary is actually about, the Cascadia guides in Oregon, in the Cascadia mountain range. It features Arizona Galagos, or Arizona's secret backyard, a really cool ufologist out in Arizona who's been doing this stuff for years, filming all kinds of crazy stuff. So documentary is full of awesome features. It's amazingly well done, and I'm going to show you guys some clips from the documentary as well, just to give you a little teaser of what some of the stuff is about. And I gotta say, I was thrilled. I was really happy to watch it. I appreciate Alien Strand. I appreciate Donald for letting me watch this early. It was amazing. It was very well done. Terry Lynch, he's an Oregon ufologist based out of Lapine. Now, let me just start by showing you guys some pictures of what Oregon looks like out by Lapine. And I've driven through here. I've been to Crater Lake. This area is so vast. There's areas that people have probably never seen, never stepped foot. It's amazing. And a lot of natives used to live in the area. A lot of history, man. It's really cool. A lot of volcanic wasteland and stuff like that from volcanoes that erupted thousands of years ago. It's amazing, and some of these areas are so vast it makes you have to believe. You're like, what could really be out here? Bigfoot, UFOs, stuff like that, and that's what I've always wondered. And I've driven past a lot of these areas, and I'm just like, wow, it is vast. But Terry has explored a lot of these areas, and he came across the Cascadia guides, which I'm not going to show you. I'm going to make you watch the documentary to see the Cascadia guides, and I promise you, it will blow your mind. But Terry also has a lot of UFO footage that he's captured in the area while exploring. He's even got a team, an Oregon ufology researcher team, that goes with him to get these photos, to get these videos, and it's nuts. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys a couple small clips from the documentary, and then we'll jump right back into this.
Huh? Oh, go ahead. What's that?
Again, why are we armed?
So I always take everything Oregon Outback all the same. It's all wilderness, it's all wild animals. So I'm not expecting to go out there and draw arms on people and such, but I do not go out in our wilderness without some kind of a sidearm.
And this was the first time this Cascadia guides has ever been documented. We are the very first people to actually document this. We've looked everywhere. There's nobody has ever documented. Maybe an airplane flew over and took a picture. Maybe a hiker stumbled upon it at some point, but you don't see anything. You just stay to the side so you don't feel like you're going to fall off. I'm a little more mountain goaty, so I'll get out here. Okay, well, this right here gives you a shot right down into the volcano itself. You're literally looking here at the side of the mountain that blew out. This giant crater here, there's two lakes here. There's Paulina Lake and East Lake. This area is bigger than Crater Lake by far. Birds birds and bugs don't put out an EMF. All right? If you're wanting to find out the difference, you have to get the filter.
All right, so as you guys can see, this stuff is pretty cool. It's very well done. I was thrilled to be able to watch this. If you guys don't know about Alien Strand, so Alien Strand is Donald's podcast on Spotify and many other platforms. I was actually featured on 2 different episodes of it a while back, about a year ago. One by myself, and then one with a good friend, Rodney Thomas, of The Awaken Show. Now, he has hundreds of episodes with, interviews, guests, solo podcasts about certain UFO cases in the past. It's amazing, and it's kind of a precursor to what led up to this documentary. He did all this research, was doing the podcast and stuff, and then took it upon himself to travel across the entire country to meet with people like Terry Lynch, Ken Wells, and, these other guys to be able to, produce an amazing UFO documentary that documents something that's never been talked about before. These Cascadia guides have not been written about. There's no videos about them. There's no anything. It's brand new. It's newly discovered. So, and that's what you want to see when you watch a new documentary. You don't want to watch something that you've seen 100 times. I've seen the Phoenix Lights 100 times. I've seen 1,000 episodes on them. It's amazing and it's awesome, but this is something new and fresh. I'm going to show you guys a couple of the guests that were on the documentary. I don't know if you would call them guests, researchers, what you want to call them, but I'm going to show you a couple of them. Let's start with Ken Wells.
My name is Ken Wells. I'm an author, researcher, and I've been looking at petroglyphs and pictographs, rock art, along the Southwest for over 20 years. My journey first started, really, with how all journeys start, which is with the shift in consciousness. It was 9 Mile Canyon in Utah, which is a beautiful drive with rock art on both sides of the road. And rock art just speaks to you. It changes you. I don't know that there's one person that I've ever come across that's ever not been changed.
So Ken Wells is a pretty interesting guy. He's an author, historian on rock art, ancient carvings like native petroglyphs and stuff like that, which a lot of ancient petroglyphs, are said to depict UFOs and sky people and skinwalkers and stuff like that. And that's what, they brought Ken Wells on because it really, it ties to what we're talking about here with the Cascadia guides. So that was a really cool guest to be able to have on this documentary and feature because he has a really good knowledge of this kind of stuff. Now, I'm not going to show you guys the Cascadia guides. I'm going to make you watch the film to actually see the Cascadia guides, and it's worth it. It's pretty jaw-dropping. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out Terry Lynch.
Above us in the sky, and we're the thing in the middle. We live in the middle of this whole setting. No matter where you're at on the planet, you're in the middle. There's some good pictures of the flow here.
So Terry, as you guys can see, is kind of, he's who this documentary is about. He's who, made this discovery, made these hikes, went out in the vast wilderness of Oregon and Lapine and, these volcanic wasteland and, got these things on camera. And then, Donald went all the way to Oregon from where he's from just to get this stuff on video. And they use, they use some pretty cool technology to be able to record this stuff. So make sure when you're watching this, pay good attention because there's some gems in there. It also features Chris Hamill of Australia. He's an Australian ufologist and video forensics guy. He basically breaks down some of these videos people send him, and he's broke down a lot of Terry Lynch's videos and photos to, put these different infrared filters and things like that, to put them on these videos to, show that these aren't birds, these aren't bugs, these aren't things like that. These are UFOs, UAPs. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at Chris Hamill.
I live in Australia, in New South Wales, Newcastle. My expertise in the field is I'm a sky watcher. These days they call it a ufologist. I also do analysis of UAPs and footage from all around the world. And I've also had my own personal experience in sighting over the last few years.
So with that being said, that's Chris Hamill. He's a really cool guy. It seems like I actually want to go follow him so I can kind of look at some more of his work. This documentary is stacked. It's stacked. It's got all kinds of amazing people featured on it, amazing research, amazing evidence. It's all you could ask for in a new documentary. So I am beyond thrilled that I actually got the early access to this. Big shout out to Alien Strand. Thank you, Donald. I appreciate you letting me do this. I'm thrilled. I'm going to write an article about this. All of the links for Alien Strand, the YouTube channels, the Spotify's, Terry Lynch, Ken Wells, Chris Hamill. I'm putting all of these links in the description for you guys so you guys can research this yourself and maybe, you know, get some sneak peeks into what you might be seeing when you watch the middle. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. This is good stuff right here.